Welcome back to Central Virginia. It's sweater weather finally. Actually, it's kind of up and down here. Hot, cold, you never can tell. Over the past few months, my husband and I have been slowly cleaning out my father-in-law's house. He's moved down to Baltimore to a retirement community, and it's been bittersweet because you see, his mother passed away many years ago, way too soon in her life, and she was just a wonderful collector of all sorts of things. She was antiquing before it became fashionable, and she would collect all kinds of things. And on this last trip, I brought back some of these antique baskets. This is an antique gathering basket that she had hanging up in her kitchen for years, and I always looked at it, and it just was kind of sitting there as a decoration. And this one is just a really well-made basket. And it was full of dust because it had been sitting up in the kitchen, hanging from a rafter for so long. But I decided to bring them back, and I've been using this one as a gathering basket. And it just gives me great pleasure to use something that has been beloved and used in generations before. We have so much stuff. We have too much stuff in the world. And, we're full of big box stores with more and more stuff. How much of it will really be valued in the future by a generation or two down? It's really hard to say. But I doubt that a plastic basket is going to have the same kind of longevity and beauty as an antique gathering basket. These are treasures, and I treasure them. At any rate, just came down to the garden this morning. I think I'm going to try to pick some butternut squash, and maybe I'll get to those sweet potatoes as well. We'll see. Somebody ate a perfectly good eggplant off of the plant, this plant right here. So I guess the wildlife are getting, more hungry and storing up for winter. Could have been a deer. You just don't know. At any rate, let's get to harvesting things. Here, a couple inside the tunnel. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one. I think this one's about ready too. You are destined for soup. You are destined for pasta, I think. Well, it's really man against nature, and nature usually wins. Definitely the voles got into my sweet potato patch in a big time way, pretty much decimated it. I thought that would probably happen, and I could see evidence earlier, but I had hoped that I could keep them out. It's probably voles and some field mice and anything else that can weasel its way in there. Well, this is what I got. This is really all I got of that entire sweet potato patch, which is extremely disappointing. And this is the evidence of all of the critters that ate my sweet potatoes. This is just the ones that were only half eaten. They must have eaten a whole bunch more. On the other hand, I have a nice collection of butternut squash, and there's still some more on the vine. On a positive note, I've got a wheelbarrow full of stuff for the compost pile, so at least that's something. So this is what happens. The garden can sometimes break your heart. And I still have a few other things in the garden that can be harvested. But I was really looking forward to sweet potatoes. This is the second year in a row that the voles have gotten them. And I tried to mitigate deer and other things by putting up a fence, and that helped with the deer, but it didn't help with the voles because they can pretty much go anywhere they want to go. Thanks for watching. I hope you get some sweet potatoes. Take care. Bye. That's a cute little Seminole pumpkin. It will make a lovely pie or cake.